Most people, if not all, come to Middle East with the help of agents. These are people seeking as representative between job seekers and their employers. And one thing I would want any agent or anyone who is helping someone to come to Middle East understand is they play a big role of how people will turn out once they come here. Today, I'm healing wounds that were caused by agents. I'm not saying that I did not act my part in these wounds, but they caused 90% of the wounds. One of the lies that they told me is that over here, no one cares about me. What everyone cares about is getting the job done. But is it true? No, in Middle East, we have people who protect our rights. We have people who listen to us. We have rights. We have constitution. We have things that make sure you and I as residents, we are getting life to the fullest. But they made me understand that no one cared. No one cared about my work boundaries. No one cared about my self-respect. No one cared about who I was. What everyone cared about was, getting the job done. And this simple statement, right? It's simple, but it cost everything. Because one, it made me feel powerless. It made me feel less of a person. It lowered my self-esteem. I came with this mentality of, I'm a victim. I'm a victim of growing up in Africa. I'm a victim of, being in places that I was not supposed to be. I'm a victim of wanting more for myself. And there is nothing more worse than having a victim mentality. Because, let's be honest, the moment you have a victim mentality, you'll always think that you were born for bad things. You'll always think that nothing good has to happen for you. And that was my life for the past 3 years. I thought that, I could not become anything else than just a waitress. I could not have anything more than what I was getting. And I don't know, for those of you who don't know, I came to Doha when I was just getting 1,000 riyal, right? And this takes us to our second line. They told me that I was going to get both the food allowance and the food, right? My food allowance was 300 according to my contract. So when I came here and I was given food and it was deducted from my salary, I didn't know how to pick my pieces. And this is the case of most people here. Your salary is 1,000, they deduct 300, you're left with 700. What was I supposed to do with 700? I remember the times that I felt frustrated. And when you go to complain to the HR, they show you your contract. And when I was coming here, people back home, they had expectations of me. They knew I was getting more. This money was calculated. Just like most of you, 90% of Africa, I came with a loan. So this 300 being subtracted, it meant the loan being delayed. It meant that, projects, things that I was supposed to do to be delayed. And do people really care in Africa? Do people really care that we have challenges? They don't. So for my first 1 year, I was trying to, do whatever it took, borrow money here and there, so that I would take care of bills back home. I did anything. I won't sit down here and say that I was perfect. No, I did anything. When I say anything, I could be in companies with friend. Why? Because this friend will give me 100 riyal to go back home. When I add this 100 riyal, it's okay for me. And for the longest, I lived in the masses of the people. So that simple lie made me settle for less. Number 3, they told me that over here there was no room to grow. I was not allowed to socialize. I was not allowed to go out. So for 2 years, for my first 2 years, all I knew was work, home, bakala, and back home. I didn't know that there were so many things I could do in Doha. I didn't know there were churches in Doha. I didn't know there were, clubs in Doha. I didn't know there was society, small groups of people who are willing to, help you grow. I didn't know. For 2 years, it was me, my work, and God. I didn't have friends. And let's be honest, this is the life of so many people here in Doha. They think that they cannot live the life they have been living in their country here in Doha. But it's also another lie. You can be whoever you want. You can do whatever you want. If your passion was being a videographer, you can be that videographer in Doha. If your passion was being a teacher, you can be that teacher in Doha with good guardians. Yeah, so they made me understand that I could not become anything better than just a waitress. And yes, I believed that for 2 years. Number 4. Oh my goodness. They told me, okay, I don't know if I was stupid or I feel the fact that I really trusted them. I really placed my life in their hands. I never thought that one day I will sit down and flash back and be like, why did I even believe them? So they told me that here, you don't question. You don't question your seniors. When they tell you to jump, you don't ask why. You ask how high. Seniors are not to be questions. If you're told today your shift is morning, afternoon, after the day tomorrow, evening, the next day, you're not supposed to question. So for the longest, I worked in toxic workplaces. Because now, I would do overtime unpaid. And I never questioned, because I was told by the agent, anytime I question, I will be in the next flight back to Kenya. So the fear of going back home made me stay in a very toxic workplace. And here's the truth, right? When people know you, when you show people you don't have power, they tend to take it all from you. So I feel I showed people around me that I didn't have power. I showed my colleagues that, you know what, if you want something to be done, I'm here. I never knew how to say no. I didn't know how to say no. What's no? Who will I say no to? If I say no, I'm in the next flight back home. And yes, I was that lady that, I'm working as a waitress, but they want someone to clean the floor, Maria. They want someone to, do double shift, Maria. They want someone to, to work in the kitchen, Maria. For the longest, I even didn't understand my responsibility in my workplace. And here's the thing, yeah? Since I was new to everything, it was also my first time working in hotel industry. I didn't know what to do and what not to do. So to my colleagues, I was that person that they will just walk over. To my seniors, to my manager, I was that lady who was doing everything else except her job. What do I mean? I didn't know the importance of work boundaries, right? So I used to work for everyone else except myself. This is what I mean, yeah? I'm in a hotel. I was working in hotel industry. So in hotel, there is the waitress, there is the hostess, and there is also these guys that bring the food to the table with the trolley, and then you take as the waitress. Since I didn't know my responsibilities, I used to do everything except serving the guests. And I am employed to serve the guest. You will find me with the trolleys. You will find me at the barista area. You would find me cleaning the floor, but you will never find me serving the guests. So I would go home tired, but with nothing to show for. They also made me understand that my first job was my destiny. I could not get anything better than that job. They made me understand that, for me to stay in Doha, I would have to do only that job. But let's be honest, Doha supports growth, right? Right now, I'm not doing that job. I have changed my jobs, right? And I feel they said this so that I will be so scared to grow. I will be so scared to being the person that I wanted to be. And today I will hold someone's hands when I say this. Your first job is not your destiny. it's your stepping stone. Your first job is not your destiny, and it will never be your destiny. It's your stepping stone. Yeah, once you reach here in Doha or even Middle East, let your first job be that job that will take you from point A to point B. Doha allows growth. Doha supports growth. Yeah, I came as a waitress. Right now I'm a barista, and I am enjoying every bit of my job. So I will hold someone's hand today when I say this. Don't trust everything the agent says. And some agents, right, they have a special place in hell. It's bye for now. And there is no me without my amazing team. That's my director, Lucas, and D.O.P, Kennie, and of course my makeup artist. It's bye. See you in my next episode. Bye.